What's up, everybody? What is up? What's up? Happy holidays. I don't know who celebrates Christmas or whatever, but happy holidays. And welcome. I'm obsessed with you. And you're in my city. When are we hanging over the holidays? When are we hanging over the holidays? I should show you my hats. I have so many hats I have to sell. I bought all my hats to sell in Toronto when I was there doing a meet and greet for narcissistic abuse content. And yes, I need to come to your studio. And they arrived at my house. They showed up after I got back from Toronto. So I wasn't able to sell them. I am in Calgary. Yes. Aloha, survivors. Hey. Welcome. Welcome in. I hardly ever go live, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I was thinking of getting my other phone and going live on Instagram too, but I'm too lazy. to do that. I am in Calgary. Welcome. I don't know what kind of live this is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to use this for YouTube or if I'm just going to chill and have a Negroni with my peeps. And just see what y'all are up to. What are you all up to tonight? It's Sunday. Okay, text me or Snapchat me and let's make a plan. I don't have my kids all this week. So send me a snap. You're painting? What else is everyone up to? Hello, if you're new here, my name is Ro. I am a narcissistic abuse survivor and I'm a certified life and relationship coach. And I have started making content to help people heal from narcissistic abuse, from people who are toxic, from people who are controlling, manipulative, people who are liars, who aren't who they say they are. Absolutely. If you have a question for me, just pop it in the chat and I will answer if I read it. And you can absolutely ask a question. I'm an artist. Let's network. Yes, there's another artist in here, Claire. Okay, so C Bear Huntington is also in Calgary. She is also an amazing artist. So follow each other if you see people in the chat that you want to get in touch with, please. This is a community that I believe can help us heal from all types of abuse, either if it's individual abuse from toxic relationships or societal abuse or romantic relationships, narcissists, toxic people, your family members, your work, people that you work with. There's so many types of toxic people on this planet, and I believe that it takes community. It takes three things. It takes community, it takes education, and it takes a level of self-love, which is really self-care. The act of self-love is self-care. Doing and performing self-care acts and putting yourself first and focusing on you is self-love. That is being in the practice of self-love. A narcissist will tell you all the time that they love you. They'll say to you, I love you. You are the best thing I've ever come across. You're my soulmate. You're like, I love you so much. I don't know what it is. I just have so much love for you. What does that fucking mean? It means nothing unless they show it in actions. Saying I love you means nothing. Ever hear that song More Than Words by Extreme? They're saying shit to you just to say it. More than words, right? Show me that you love me. It doesn't mean shit if you say it. So the same thing with you. If you're showing yourself love and you're in the practice of self-love, you have to do it with self-care acts. You have to show the actions. Actions speak louder than words. Yes. Okay, I'll be right back. I want to show y'all something. So I got a bunch of these hats that I never got a chance to sell. Okay, I never got a chance to sell these. So here's one of them that if I mirror the video and I mirror it, you will see what it says. What does it say, guys? What does that say? Love is a verb. Can we get on this? Can we get on board with this? Do you like my cute Christmas tree? Boop, boop. Love is a verb. So these I sell on the link in my bio. If you want to get a Love is a Verb hat or a narc-free hat, okay? Narc-free hat, okay? I'm showing you that you can be part of the narc-free club, and Lee Hammock, Lisa Sunny from Stronger Than Before, KP Stratman from KP Stratman, and Hearts with Jewels, which are part of the Narc Avengers group that I'm a part of. We're all sporting these hats in content when we were in Toronto. And you can be part of the club if you want a hat like this. Okay, I bought too many of them. I wasn't able to sell them in Toronto. So if you want one, they're available on the link in my bio. Okay, if you buy one and you come back and tell me that you bought one, okay, I'll give you a follow back. How about that? Getting rid of these hats, showing you that love is a verb, reminding you and having a nice reminder that, you know, we can't just let these narcissists tell us that they love us and not show it to us. And we can't tell ourselves that we love ourselves without showing it in self-care acts. So healing from narcissistic abuse takes community, takes learning about your abuse, having that education, okay? And the third thing is self-love and self-care. Narc-free 6 months as of November 28th. So it'll be 1 year tomorrow. Hey, congratulations. That's amazing. Okay, did I miss the question? Did somebody ask a question? I must have missed it. If you have a question, pop it in the chat. If you do want a narc-free hat or a Love is a Verb hat or a narc-free shirt or a Love is a Verb shirt or a Rollercoaster of Love shirt, hoodie, hat, check out the link in my bio and you can see what I have for all of the Rollercoaster of Love crew gear, okay? And if you do buy something, please tag me in it. If you're going to sport it in any of your content, please tag me in it. Tag Rollercoaster of Love or just hashtag Rollercoaster of Love, whatever works for you. How did the conference go? The conference went amazing, guys. I'm part of a group called the Narc Avengers. If you don't follow some of us, we are all on TikTok, Instagram, all the platforms. We go around to your city and talk to you and answer any questions that you have. You can meet us. The last one that we went to was in Toronto, Canada. I'm in Alberta, Canada, so I do live in Canada. And a lot of the Narc Avengers live in the States. So last few ones were in the US. But we do plan to come to wherever city you're coming from. So you celebrate the 20th of every month now. Get it? You know, if you can celebrate every month, do it. And then soon you'll be celebrating every year. Kimmy, you're from Alberta too? Awesome. Welcome. Why would my ex deactivate Facebook but not Messenger when Facebook is his playground? You mean he would deactivate his social media? So he got everything he wanted from his social media, and he needed more from the messenger, which is his form of supply. Narcissists love to get supply everywhere. They're literally sitting on a Ouija board being like, supply, are you out there? They're trying to get any kind of attention from anyone. They're going to get the first attention, second attention, third attention, fourth attention. They're going to get attention everywhere. So they're going to need Messenger. They're going to need WhatsApp. They're going to need Snapchat. They're going to try to get a hold of you on every single platform they can think of, right? So they will not get rid of their messenger because their messenger is their form of supply. They can put out information all they want on Facebook, but what do they get? What gives them a dopamine hit? What gives them supply is the messages, is the people trying to reach them because they can reach out to people. They're sitting on their phones all the time. Their phone is literally attached to their hand with glue. They're like, always talking to someone, always texting someone, whether it's a prostitute or it is, you know, friends and family that they're triangulating to abuse you, whether they're side pieces, they're trying to get a hold of everyone. And that does happen on Instagram or on Messenger as well. So of course, they're not going to get rid of Messenger. They'll pretend to get rid of social media and say, oh, my Facebook is gone, but they won't get rid of Messenger. They play games with putting up with people and taking down their profiles too. Oh yeah, they play all sorts of games. Discard the narcissist first, and then disappear for good. This is the best advice I've ever heard. Alpha G, it's so amazing to discard a narcissist, isn't it? How many of us have discarded a narcissist? Can we talk about that? This whole live is talking about narcissists over the holidays and what that's like, because we all know they're a total nightmare on the holidays, right? What is that like to discard a narcissist? How good does that feel? But can we talk about narcissists over the holidays? What is that like for some of us? Please share with me your stories in the comments and I'll tell you some of mine. If you're just tuning in, my name is Ro. I'm a certified life coach and relationship coach, and I'm here to help you heal from narcissistic abuse. And one of the biggest differences between coaching with me, so if you book a one-on-one coaching with me, it's almost like a therapy session. You do have access to me and my life. I will draw on my life and my experience, whereas in therapy, you don't get that. You don't draw on the therapist's life. I have therapy. I have therapy tomorrow. I love therapy. Working with a clinician has helped me to get on this healing journey and really forward myself on this healing journey. But everything, all the modalities come into play when you complement them. A little bit of therapy, a little bit of coaching, that helps. What you get in therapy is a really good insight on you and your life. What you get in coaching is a sharing of my story, a sharing of my life and my experience and what I went through, to do two things: make you not feel alone and also validate the experience that you had, right? Having a good therapist is amazing. I have a therapist and a coach. I think it's really important. If you want to share your story with me, you want clarity, which is what I provide in coaching, you want some of that, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me on the link in my bio. But yes, let's see here. EMDR is amazing as well. Eye movement desensitization reprocessing is a therapy that can work to repattern your brain pathways, right? There are a lot of things that happen in our life that are traumatic, but then also good memories that also hold us back. Sometimes we get euphoric recall and we remember the good times with the narcissist, and it makes us more susceptible to getting hoovered back into the abuse, back into their life. And we don't want to get sucked back into that, right? So EMDR can help repattern those brain processes, those pathways that lead us to the trauma or lead us back to the abuse in any kind of way, whether it's a positive or negative thought, and repattern that thought through eye movement. So this is something that you can do. Every holiday I would cry and cry, and then I would get up the next morning like nothing happened. I've been there. And I've been there on days that it wasn't even a holiday. It was just basically any day being a parent, being a mom. Right? It's like they will do everything. They will do the worst. And then they know that you have to get up and be a mom the next day. Or they know that you have to, show your face to your family and have a good holiday. They know exactly what to weaponize to make your experience lacking of joy and depriving you of joy. I got so triggered on things, I settled and reacted to all of that. Posted 30 videos. Well, did it feel good? Did it feel good? Wendy, I missed your have changed. I have changed and seen what I needed. Blah. Right. Is that what he said or they said? He would break up with me one day and then be at my door waiting the next. It's so confusing. It is so confusing. So narcissists leave you so confused. And this is part of what we talk about in narcissistic abuse recovery, which is cognitive dissonance. We talk about cognitive dissonance, which anybody who knows what that means is basically just two competing thoughts, okay? It's two competing thoughts. Anyone could just spit out the definition from the dictionary and say cognitive dissonance. Two competing thoughts existing in the same mind, but that's not the whole story when it comes to narcissistic abuse. This is what nobody talks about. Nobody talks about what cognitive dissonance actually is in narcissistic abuse. It's not just two competing thoughts. Everyone can have cognitive dissonance. Everyone can wake up one day and say, I love my bed. It's so nice in here. I don't want to leave. But I gotta go to work. Shit, that's two competing thoughts. What do? Do I stay in bed or do I go to work, right? That's cognitive dissonance. Everyone has it. Okay? What is cognitive dissonance with narcissistic abuse? Let's talk about it. Do we know what that is? Who here knows the difference between just general cognitive dissonance and cognitive dissonance in narcissistic abuse? Hands up if you know the true definition of what it is. And if you say no, that's okay. You will see content creators out here pretending they know what it is. They don't, unless they talk about what this actually is. And I will explain it in 2 words. Jekyll, Hyde. That is cognitive dissonance in narcissistic abuse. It's not just two competing thoughts. It's two competing experiences. It's two competing people that you're having relationships with. You've got a relationship with a person who love bombs you and treats you like a fucking queen, a king, amazing. And then you've got this piece of shit abuser that's treating you awful and yelling at you and screaming at you and creating chaos in your life. You've got two competing relationships. You don't have two competing thoughts. You have a whole fucking two competing relationships. You're dating Jekyll and you're dating Hyde. And you have no idea who the hell you're with. Because you thought you had the perfect person. You thought you had the perfect relationship because that's what they sell you in the beginning. They sell you the dream. They sell you a facade. They sell you a story. And we buy it because it's so good. They tell you that you're their soulmate. They tell you that you are the love of their life. That they've never met anyone like you. That we were destined to meet each other. We're perfect for each other. Right? They tell you this. And you believe it because they just tell it to you. They don't show it to you. They don't show you in their actions that they're this type of person. They don't show you loyalty. They don't show you integrity, honesty. They don't show you any type of generosity. They're stingy and they're selfish and they're a liar and they cheat on you and they steal from you. They're abusive. But that's not what they tell you. They sell you the dream. And you end up getting a nightmare delivered to you right there on your door. You get both experiences. You get Jekyll and Hyde. You're dating two people. And the difference is with cognitive dissonance is that we're not just having two thoughts rolling around in our mind. We're out here loving two different people. We're loving a person who's shitty to us and treats us like crap and tells us that we're never going to find anyone because we're a single mom. If you divorce me, you're going to be a single mom. A washed up mom of 3 divorced. Who's going to ever want you? You better not leave me or I'm going to unalive myself. Right? Why did you wear that? That's so unflattering on you. That looks like shit on you. Why would you wear that? This insulting person who just yesterday bought you a dozen red roses. What the fuck? Who are you? Who am I dating? You have no idea who you're dating. So walking on eggshells is what we do to just try to navigate the dysfunction of two different people. We have cognitive dissonance, which is two competing experiences with two types of people, meaning you are in two different relationships. You're with a shithead piece of crap who treats you like shit and always constantly insults you. And then the next day, they're kind of treating you nice. They're breadcrumbing you with a little bit of niceness. And we crave it. We want the niceness. We want, hey, you look pretty today. Or, hey, let me grab that laundry and put it away for you. Who are you? Yesterday you were mean to me. Today you want to fold the laundry. What is going on? That is the definition of cognitive dissonance in a narcissistic relationship. So much more different, completely different than what we know cognitive dissonance to be. It's confusing. It's walking on eggshells. Have you ever sat in your own home, alone? And as soon as you hear the narcissist pull up, you start to look busy. You get up off the couch, you jump off the couch, you turn the TV off, you put your phone down, and you look around and scan the living room to make sure everything's put away, everything's clean and tidy. Have you ever done that? Do you ever look busy when the narcissist walks through the door? Do you know why that is? Because we're walking on eggshells. Because we don't know who's going to walk through that door. We don't know if it's Jekyll or Hyde. We don't know if they're going to come in a bad mood or in a good mood. We don't know if something we do or say, if the purple pillow is out, is he going to yell at me today? We don't know. Right? We don't know if they're going to say, how long have you been sitting on the couch? Are you fucking lazy? I was just out working. Do you know the day I had and now you're just sitting on the couch? Where's dinner? We don't know if they're going to do that. So we get the fuck up and we look busy in our own home. That is walking on eggshells. Right? Or accuse you of having someone over. Who was just here? Was somebody here? Now let me tell you something. This is the reason why they do that, okay? Somebody said they accuse you of shit. A narcissist that accuses you of shit constantly is doing it themselves. They're doing that shit themselves, okay? I promise you, narcissists' accusations are confessions. They need to accuse you of it. They have to. And I'm going to tell you why they have to do this. They need to. They absolutely have to do this. Do you want to know why they have to do this? Hands up why they need to. They actually need to do this. The fact is I received narcissism this year and it hit me most because of some wanted a relationship. Yeah. Hands up. Do you want to know why the narcissist has to accuse you of shit? They have to. They absolutely have to. They want to drain us down, yes. Kevin, are you listening? Kevin, are you listening? I don't know who Kevin is, but hopefully he's listening, right? This is the reason why they have to do this. Because of one thing and one thing only. And that's part of it. Yes. Thank you. Justify what they do. That is a part of it, but I'll tell you how it leads to that. It's really fucking weird. It's messed up. It's so messed up. They have to do this because they believe something. They believe that if they feel something, it's a fact. They believe their feelings are facts. Haven't seen me live in forever. I know. Congratulations. Oh, wait. Your narc dad pulled a super move. Sorry, I thought I read something different. They believe their feelings are facts. Michelle is in the house. Hello. They believe their feelings are facts. This is why they do this. Let me just lead you there, okay? If a narcissist accuses you of some shit you didn't do, it's because they're doing it, okay? It's because they're the ones who are feeling maybe a little bit of like, hey, I'm getting something, I'm doing something, it's kind of sneaky, and I kind of want to justify it. So, my partner is looking real cute today. She's looking real pretty and cute and sweet. She's cheating on me. She's cheating on me. She must be, because my side piece looks just as cute and sweet as her. She's cheating on me. I feel it. I feel it. But what they really feel is guilt and shame. What they really feel is insecurity. What they really feel is a sense of entitlement and a sense of they're not good enough. They feel really insecure with how good you look without even trying, because they work their tail off to put a mask on to look perfect. And you don't even have to try, and you look real cute. And they hate that. So they feel jealous. They feel like you're doing something dirty because they know that they're capable of it, so they think you're capable of it. They believe their feelings are facts. And if their feelings are facts, then it's reality. A fact is reality. If my fact is real and I believe she's cheating on me, she's cheating on me. That's a fact. I feel it, so it's a fact. And if they believe it to be a fact, then they'll justify doing it themselves. They will repeat it over and over and over in their heads enough times that it becomes their reality. Their delusion is their reality. We have to remember that narcissism is a delusional disorder. It's a disorder that affects their reality. They turn to gaslighting and become self-absorbed and really trick their brain into making them feel like their things that are going on outside of their mind is real. They'll say it over and over and over and over again until it's true for them. And if you're cheating on them, just because you are looking so cute today, they'll continue cheating on you. Ooh, I love the gift. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Right? Pfft, blow your mind or what? So if this ever happens to you, I'm going to arm yourself with some really good information here and something that you can do. Literally, Jekyll and Hyde. Krista, hi girl, what's up? I want you to remember that the narcissist is always living in reality or in non-reality. They're always living in a delusion. They don't actually live in reality. So everything that comes out of their mouth is a non-reality, which is a lie. It's a lie, and they know they're lying. Even though they can trick themselves and say, I'm living this, she's cheating on me, so I can cheat too, they are lying to you. A lot of what they say out of their mouth is a lie. So I'm going to give you a tip. When a narcissist is lying to you and you know it, they're lying to you and you know it. Okay? I want you to do this. I want you to look them in the eye while they're lying and smile and say, okay. That's it. It'll make them feel so uncomfortable because you're telling them with your eyes that I know you are a liar. I know you are a liar and you're not gonna get me for the lie. I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not going to try to prove that you're lying. You have to use the Jade method. You're not gonna justify. You're not going to argue with them. You're not going to defend. And you're not going to explain. Okay? Jade, you're not going to do that. That's the reaction they want. That's the supply. That's the dopamine hit that they need. They need it to survive. They need to feed off of it. You're going to starve them of that. You're not going to sit there and go, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. You're lying. Wait a minute. You didn't get those bracelets from your followers on TikTok. You're lying. What? You didn't buy your house. You live in your mom's house. You're lying. You're not going to sit there and try to argue the point or explain that you know they're lying. You don't even have to tell them you're lying. All you're going to do is sit there and look at them and go, okay. It's kind of like a gray rock, but you're also giving them a message. You're communicating with them. I know you're lying, and I'm not going to fall for the reaction. I'm not going to react and feed you. I'm going to starve you. I don't give a shit that you're lying. You're doing that to try to get my attention. You're doing that to try to make me react to your bullshit. You're going to look them in the eye and you're going to go, okay. And you're going to just let them lie. Okay? Tip number 1. Thank you for blocking whoever's in here. That's tip number 1. Okay? Who's ready for tip number 2? This is really important for the holidays. I made content about this and I'm going to make more. But here's tip number 2 for the holidays. Okay? Love your face, Menace. Tip number 2 for the holidays. Narcissists want to dog whistle you all the time. They'll do it in content. They'll do it with your friends. They'll do it sometimes. They'll even just like abuse you in front of other people. And they'll say it really quiet. Like the narcissist that I married would be, sometimes he'll be like, that's really not flattering on you. Or like, what? You think like, he would say some stupid shit and quietly so that no one could hear it. Okay? I want you to do this the next time a narcissist over the holidays or anything. If a narcissist starts saying something to you and starts being really rude to you, thank you, Krista, I appreciate you. If a narcissist starts saying rude shit to you and you're around your family and friends and you're doing like, your best to try to keep it cool, I know this part's hard because we have to learn how to gray rock. Number 1, when a narcissist is attacking you and you're with other people, it's a little different. But when you're alone and a narcissist is attacking you, gray rocking might not be the safest option because gray rocking could anger them and make them rage out on you. So gray rocking is a method that is used where you turn into a gray rock. You become as boring as a rock. You don't give them reaction. You just say things like, okay, sure, thank you. And you just let them attack you, basically. Because we know it's just a ploy to get you to react. And this is where sometimes reactive abuse might occur because we just resort to anything to stop the abuse. I'm talking about when a narcissist is really insulting to you during the holidays or during any kind of special event or with a bunch of people where there's a bunch of people around and they say some shit to you like, you look so fat in that. Right? Or the turkey's really salty. The fuck's wrong with you? You don't know how to cook a turkey? Okay? Verbatim, something my ex said to me in front of all the people. And when I was in that relationship, I had no idea what narcissistic abuse was. I have no idea. What I did was I cowered down and I just like deflated and I got super insecure and I was just like, you guys okay? Does anybody want water? Like I felt really shitty about the turkey being too salty, okay? This is what I want you to do the next time, especially over the holidays, because narcissists will be 100% rude to you and insult you and belittle you and make you feel really small over the holidays because they want you to react. They want you to look crazy in front of your family and friends, and they want to get supply from you by abusing you. Okay? Oh my God. The stuffing, right? They're going to make fun of your shit. They're going to make fun of your gifts. They're going to make fun of your food, your cooking. They're going to tell you you're fat. They're going to body shame you. They're going to shame you in all sorts of ways, and they're going to insult you and be really rude to you. This is what I want you to do. Who's ready for this tip, okay? The first one was lit. This one is the best one ever. This one's the best one ever, okay? Hands up. When a narcissist is rude to you in front of your family or friends, hands up. Thanks for your articulation. You're so welcome. Okay? When the narcissist is rude to you in front of your family or friends, and they say some snide comment when you're all sitting around the campfire, you're sitting around, you know, the Christmas tree, maybe you're all like watching a movie, okay, A Christmas Story, that was the movie that we loved, and they turn to you and go, God, you look so fat in that. I want you to look them straight in the eye and loudly say this, loudly in front of everyone. Say to them, I'm sorry, can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear you. Do that. I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you just said? I didn't hear you. The 10 people that are in the room, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your whatever, everyone else in the room is going to stop and look at that narcissist. They're going to look at that narcissist and they're going to wait for their response. This is going to do two things, okay? Two things. And maybe it's gaslighting back. Not really. This is a way to deflect the focus on you. Because what narcissists like to do, this is how they gaslight you. They take away the focus off of them and they put it on you. Oh, what do you mean? What, you drank last night too. Like, what are you talking about? What? Wait a minute, you cheated on your math test in grade 11. What are you talking about me cheating? They're deflecting, right? They're deflecting. You are now morally, this is a moral, you're morally deflecting back to them. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you repeat what you just said? As if they said anything. As if they said anything but what they actually said, which was they called you fat. I'm sorry, could you repeat what you just said to me? I didn't hear you. This is going to do two things. One, they're going to have to repeat or filter what they said in front of all their family and friends, so that, and your family and friends, so that everyone knows how much of a fucking asshole they are. Or they're just not going to say it. And number two, you deprive them of their supply. Because the second you hear those words and they see that you're affected by it, and they know that they called you fat and now you're insecure about it, and they see you physically deflate and get all sad and insecure and just are like, oh, shit, I do look fat. Look. And you get real into yourself with it because you don't realize it's abuse. Once we know this is abuse, we can use the tactics to get back at the narcissist, right? You take their supply and you just dangle it in front of them and fucking grab it and say, no, you're not eating this today. You're hungry for it, aren't you? You're starving for this, aren't you? No, not today, Satan. You're not going to have this. This is mine. You want to take my power and you want to take my security and make me insecure and question myself? Fuck that. You're not having that. Excuse me, sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Could you repeat it? You did not just call me fat today, sir. If you want to do it again, your whole family and friends will see the mask and see how much of a fake dream you are, how much of a fake person you are, and they'll see how abusive you are towards me. You want to do that? Or do you want to shut the fuck up and not insult me again? Because I'm not giving you that satisfaction. I'm not giving you that supply. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear you. All right, try that out. Try that out. Who's going to try that out this holiday season if you're stuck with a narcissist? I always advocate for leaving that person. Once you realize that you're with a narcissist, this might be dangerous, maybe, but if we're stuck with a narcissist this holiday season, because it's the holidays, right? And there's always a disclaimer with this stuff, okay? I will always tell you, hey, be careful. Make sure you know your limits. Make sure you know how dangerous the narcissist is. What if they try to hurt you? What if they abuse you the second your friends and family leave? But here's the thing, we know now. Once we start getting educated on narcissistic abuse and we know that they're just trying to make us feel shitty about ourselves and take away our joy and deprive us of that, they are going to continue to do that until they keep sucking all that supply off of you, right? So be very careful. Make sure that when you do this stuff that you're practicing harm reduction from a safe place, okay? Thank you for the follow, guys. My narcissistic ex did hurt me, but he never expected the police to show up the day it happened, right? They don't expect that. That's strength. Did you call the police? Did you call them? Right? They will likely pout all night and make you feel the guilt. They'll try to make you feel the guilt. They'll try, but remember what I said, number one, the second a narcissist is lying to you, look at them in the face and just say, okay, and smile. Number two, ask them to repeat the insult because you didn't hear it the first time in front of your family and friends. Okay? Do these things. Ask them questions. When they're upstairs in their room, so here's another thing that narcissists do on holidays. This is another thing they love to do during the holidays. They hide in their room. Hands up if you've had this, right? The more you recognize their behavior, the less it can control you. Exactly. I'm sticking to that. How many of us has had a narcissist that they had to be around the holidays hide in their motherfucking room? They hide all the time. Everyone's having a blast. We're all having a time. We're drinking eggnogs. We're having cocktails, right? We're drinking eggnogs. We're having cocktails. We're watching Christmas Story or Home Alone. And the narcissist is off in their fucking room, sulking and pouting and whining. And it's like, where did they go? Who are they okay? Are they up there? What's going on? Are they sick? And you go up there and you check on them, and what do they say to you? Always in the bathroom. Maybe they're sitting there texting their fucking side pieces. What are they doing off by themselves? Are they snorting booger sugar? Are they up there like watching porn on their on their phone? What are they doing? They're doing something up there, and you go to check on them, and what do they do? What do they say when you go check on them? The fuck is wrong? Leave me alone. I don't like the holidays. You know I've had trauma. You know the holidays are hard for me. I don't even like those people don't even like me. Your family hates me. Leave me alone. Right? Don't they do that shit? Just go away. What are you doing? Leave me alone. God. Okay? So you go up and you check on them and they give you some fucking bullshit display of like, leave me alone. And so then what do? We leave them alone. My poor Christmas tree. This is my little Christmas tree. We leave them alone, okay? Can I be alone for just one moment? My wife is here saying the same stuff before you say it. Justin, what's up? Right? Do they let you leave them alone though? Are they actually wanting you to leave them alone? Do they want that? What happens when we leave them alone? What happens? Hands up, tell me what happens. What happens when we actually leave them alone? What happens? What do they say? Do you even fucking care about me? It's Christmas, and you're just up here letting me be up here on my own? The fuck? What are you doing down there? What kind of shit are you saying about me? Who are you texting? Are you texting someone? Are you cheating on me? Did you leave? How do I even know if you left the house? I was up here in the bathroom the whole time. Maybe you left to go check on your boyfriend. You didn't want to check on me. I've been up here for 3 hours by myself, and you didn't even care to check on me? The fuck is wrong with you? Do you even love me? Do you even care? You know how Christmas is hard for me. Right? Like, seriously. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. You know what? If I sound like your ex, it's because your ex is my ex, because that's what my ex sounds like. And that's what he looks like, too. You just leave me up here by myself? Huh? Like, seriously, dude. Nothing I do is right. You can spend $500 on a gift for them, and they'll yell at you for spending too much money. You can spend $50 on a gift, and it's, what? I'm only worth $50 this year? What? That's what you think of me? A $50 gift? I'm not important enough? How much did you spend on your boyfriend? Because they probably spent some shit on their side pieces, right? You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. I was just saying this to my sister. Nothing you do is right. Everything you do is wrong. And the manipulation is real. Exactly, Alice. Everything you do is wrong. Off to bed. Have a good night. Let's see, where am I at? 47 minutes. Narcissist gets thrown around too much? Oh, you think so? Well, what do you mean by thrown around? You realize that with 3% of the population that are diagnosed narcissists, there are many narcissists that are undiagnosed, and narcissistic traits are very common, and we are all narcissists on a spectrum. There are people who abuse people every day with control and manipulation. So as much as the word is thrown around so much and that's what you think, what you're actually saying is that it is so misunderstood that we cannot grasp the fact that narcissistic traits are existing and we don't even recognize it as abuse. That we are so hard to be able to identify it that we have no idea that it's abuse. Because no one fucking talks about it. And no one gives you the information that you need to learn about it. Who here before today knew that there was a difference between cognitive dissonance and cognitive dissonance in narcissistic abuse? Who here knew about that? Because nobody fucking talks about it. That's why I'm here, okay? I'm here to teach you and tell you the stories that I've gone through and what I've learned by books, by coaches, by people that are amazing in this field like Dr. Romani, so that you can learn how to protect yourself, because literally narcissists exist everywhere. I can walk down the street right now and at least run into one. There are narcissists everywhere on the app that you're sitting on right now. And you might not even know it. You could be following one. You could be following one. And you could be sitting there listening to their words and thinking, oh, they know exactly what they're talking about. And then you get close to them and next thing you know, they're using you and abusing you. We have no idea. They're everywhere. So we can't avoid them, okay? We cannot avoid them. Okay, cognitive dissonance and cognitive dissonance with narc abuse. I can do that again. Who wants me to do that again? Because I'm happy to do it again. I just did it earlier in the live, but I'm happy to do it again. So if we get enough people saying hands up, liking the live, hit that like, okay? Hit that, the tap the screen, tap my nose, tap my tree, okay? And like the live enough times that the bar that you see up here goes all the way to the end, and then do it again. And I'm happy to explain to you the difference between cognitive dissonance in general, what we learn about in school or what we can look up on in the dictionary, and the difference between cognitive dissonance within narcissistic relationships, because there is a big difference. Okay? There's a huge difference. So we're getting to 10K. Good night, gorgeous. Have a good night, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in and modding for me. My bestie here. I want you to think about the last time you wanted to do something you didn't want to do. What was it? But you did it anyway because it's good for you. Okay? The last thing, something you didn't want to do. Was it go to the gym? Was it go to work? Was it shovel the sidewalk? Was it co-parenting with an ex? Right? We say to ourselves, I'm going to go on this diet and I'm going to get this shit done because I need to. But then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, I'm craving pizza. I want pizza. I want pizza with lots of cheese. That's cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, the definition of it is two competing thoughts existing in your mind. It's, I want to eat pizza and I want to go to the gym and not eat pizza. What do? Two totally different thoughts. Cognitive dissonance. It's confusing, right? That is what we think about with cognitive dissonance. That is what people talk about on this app and everywhere about cognitive dissonance, okay? I hate AT&T. Talk to AT&T, but you need to, right? You need to do it because you need to get your shit done on your phone bill. You need to get that stuff worked out. Cognitive dissonance exists all the time. It's wanting to quit smoking, but not wanting to leave the community that you've built around your work environment that goes out for a smoke for 15 minutes every hour. It's doing something you don't want to do. It's thinking something, but also like thinking something else that competes. It's two competing thoughts existing in your mind at the same time. Cognitive dissonance. Two competing thoughts. What's the difference between cognitive dissonance and cognitive dissonance in a narcissistic relationship? Angels and devils, right. Now this is really good. Angels and devils, thank you. The difference between cognitive dissonance in general, which is two competing thoughts existing in the mind, and cognitive dissonance within a romantic relationship or within a narcissistic relationship is this. You're not dealing with two competing thoughts. You're dealing with two competing people, two competing experiences, two competing relationships. You've got this beautiful relationship with the love bomber, with the con artist, with the faker, the poser, with the person who pretended to be the perfect person for you, to be your soulmate, with the person who told you every day that they loved you but never showed it in their actions, with the person who future faked a reality that never was ever to happen. Oh, we're going to go buy this house on a lake over here. I'm going to come visit you. If you're in a long distance relationship, okay? We're going to have kids. We're going to get married. I'm going to treat you like a queen, like the queen you are. I'm going to make sure that I put you up on this pedestal and keep you up there and worship you. You are perfect to me. You're so amazing. We were destined to meet each other. That is a person you are experiencing. And the person that you get is a fucking nightmare. All of a sudden, your clothes look like fat on you. All of a sudden, they're sitting on their phone all the time, texting multiple people, and then blaming you for them cheating on you. All of a sudden, they're lying to you about stupid shit. All of a sudden, their mask is slipping, and they're a different person who is abusive. And they're narcissistically abusive because they're carrying the 9 behavioral traits, or at least 5 of them, where they're entitled to cheat on you, where they're super arrogant, where they are acting like their feelings are facts, so they're totally like living in this delusion, this like non-reality, where they're insulting you, where they're belittling you, where they are devaluing you and treating you like shit all the time, where they are cycling you in this cortisol, dopamine, oxytocin, love-bombing, narcissistic cycle. They are a totally different person over here. This person was your soulmate, wasn't it? This person is now ignoring you tonight. This person sent you a dozen red roses and you slept with them. 5 minutes later, this person goes out with the boys all night and doesn't come home after they got sex from you. This person is promising you this beautiful future and future faking with you and making you feel like you're the best thing in the world. This person sits on their fucking ass and doesn't have a job. Who the fuck are you dating? 2 different people. You're with 2 different experiences. You're experiencing 2 different relationships. You've got this person who took you on the nicest, fanciest wine and diney dinner of your life. And then the same person is a bum that is a hobosexual that doesn't have a home and is moving into your home with garbage bags as their suitcases. Who are you with? Who is that guy? Who is this person? And who is that person? They're different. Right? You are having 2 competing experiences with 2 competing relationships with 2 competing people. It's not 2 competing thoughts existing in the same mind. It's 2 competing relationships existing in your life. That is the difference between cognitive dissonance in just general and cognitive dissonance in a narcissistic relationship. That's the difference. That's the difference. And how many of us has had a hobosexual narcissist try to move into your home, packing up their shit in garbage bags? Right? You're the best. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Had to put him on child support. Yes. Honey, yes. Yes. Hands up if you realize that you were with a narcissist. It's okay. You are not alone. Okay? Tell me how to get over this. There's a couple ways. If you're new here and you're just popping in, my name is Ro. Okay? It's short for Rossana Faye. I'm a certified life and relationship coach. Okay? And I help people heal from narcissistic abuse. I do one-on-one coaching. If you want to share with me your story, I can give you clarity. I take your story and I listen to it through the lens of the education and all the knowledge that I've received. I listen to it with potential. I listen to it with what you're capable of and what's possible for you. I don't listen to it from a lens of the past and that you're broken and that you should have, would have, could have, okay? Everything is linked on my bio, so if you do want to book with me, just go to book a coaching session, follow the steps. I also do group coaching. I just finished one tonight, and there are up to 25 people a month that meet with me to talk about their abuse, and you can hear other people's story. I always say that healing from narcissistic abuse takes 3 things: 1 is community, 2 is education, and 3 is the self-care portion of it, which is the self-love. For anyone struggling, when you recognize this, your life will change and you can be happy again. Yes, Krista, exactly. Your life can change. What you're dealing with right now, if you are struggling, I want you to have hope. If you're struggling, I want you to have hope. Hope, to me, stands for this. Hold on, pain ends. Have hope. This shit that you're in, it does get better. It's temporary. Bad times don't last. They don't. You can make it last if you stay in it and you live in this tunnel. I tell my kids all the time, emotional tunnels exist in children, teenagers, adults, every one of us. When we go through an emotional tunnel, we don't want to feel the emotion sometimes. Sometimes it hurts so much that we just sit in it and we just stay there and we don't work through it. We need to get through the tunnel to see the light at the end. Everything in life is temporary if we work at working through it. Hold on, pain ends. And if you're tearing up or crying or getting emotional, that is a good thing. Let that shit out. I see you. I hear your cries. I feel your pain. I've lived it. I've been there. Leaving is hard. Staying is harder. It takes time and work. Exactly. It takes time and work and community. And I promise you, you're not alone. There are so many people dealing with this. I have up to 25 people a month at my group coaching sessions that come in and share their knowledge. And when you sit there and listen to what they're saying, you will feel like you're part of something that you never felt a part of. It's a special little club that none of us asked to join, isn't it? Right? It's a special little club that none of us wanted to be in. We never asked to be here, but we're here. And this shit ends. I promise you. Thank you for the mic. I promise you. The pain ends. Hold on. I was you 3 years ago. I was you. And I never thought I would be where I am today. It's possible for you, right? And once the mask comes off, they never treat you the same. Exactly. What you want to do is you want to realize that what's behind the mask is them. A person who was lacking emotional development and emotional regulation. A person who has dealt with childhood trauma. Do you have children with him? Yes, I do. A person who has had a lacking of self-awareness to be able to even understand that they had an emotion and they didn't know how to label it or feel it. How do we help our children not become this way? We let them feel their emotions, we label their emotions for them, and we help them regulate it. That's how we turn if you're worried, and for me, I'll tell you something, I was worried for the longest time that my children were going to end up like their father. I was really worried about that because the narcissist I married was a total product of his mother. And this is another live. This is not this live. But we are going to talk about one day narcissists and their mothers. Especially if their mother is a narcissist, which my ex-monster-in-law is. And the reason why narcissists become narcissists is because they weren't able to regulate their emotions, feel their feelings, and label their feelings. The narcissist's mom, one in my life, would say, just have this candy, don't cry. And she tried this shit with my kids. Here, have this candy, don't cry. You're okay, you're fine. And I know some of us do this. Check yourself, okay? Before you riggedy wreck yourself. Check yourself. You're allowed to go back You're allowed to move forward, and you're allowed to get the tools now and make the changes now that you know. Let your kids feel their feelings. Label them. Hey, you're really sad about this. I know because you're crying. When I lost friends and they didn't want to play with me, I was really sad too. I feel that. What you're experiencing is sadness. Okay? Come here and take a couple breaths with me and let me hold you and hug you until that sadness eventually goes away. I'll feel that sadness with you. I'm here with you. We can do that for our kids. We don't have to stop them and give them a Skittle and tell them that they're not sad. We don't need to do that shit. That's what the narcissistic ex's mom did to my narcissistic ex. And then he turned into an alcoholic, drug addict, sex addict, gambling addict when he grew up. Because a candy fixed his sadness when he was a kid. And so as an adult, a prostitute fixes his sadness. A poker hand fixes his sadness. A bottle of Bacardi fixes his sadness. Or a bag of blow fixes his sadness. What was once a Skittle as a kid is now every vice that he uses and abuses, including me. Okay? So do you want to help your children not turn to narcissism as they get older? What you want to do is you want to do those three things. You want to help them label their feelings, identify it, and tell them what they're feeling. You want to help them feel it. And you want to help them regulate it and calm themselves down and emotionally regulate down to a calm level. Okay? Mind blown. This is what I want you to do. This is what the narcissist was not able to do. And whether we weren't able to do this or not, the difference is, and I'm saying this because narcissists are emotionally irregulated and don't have the development, and that's why they are children. You are dealing with a child when you deal with a narcissist. They are the most immature people on the planet because they were never able to feel their feelings, emotionally regulate, and label what they are going through. They were never able to do that. So what do they turn to? They don't have anyone to rely on to help them with those three things, so they rely on themselves. They go inward, and they become self-absorbed, turn to gaslighting and narcissism to change their reality to make them feel better. This is not meant for you to feel sorry for the narcissist. Nothing ever excuses abuse, okay? We don't need to feel sorry for them. We can understand what they're going through so that we know what the fuck we're dealing with. Because when a toddler needs something, Mommy, I want a snack. You just come out of the shower. You're still trying to get on with the day. You're sick. Maybe you're sick on the couch and you can't move. Maybe you're busy cooking dinner. You can't get them a snack. I can't get you a snack, sweetie. I want a snack. That toddler is having a tantrum. That toddler doesn't care that you just got out of the shower. That toddler doesn't care that you're sick. The toddler doesn't care that you're in the middle of cooking craft dinner. They don't give a shit. They want a snack. And they want it right now. And if they don't get it, they're going to have a tantrum. That is a toddler. And I love my kids. And when they do that shit, I get it. They're not emotionally developed and mature enough with any emotional intelligence to understand that they need to put themselves in my shoes to know that I'm not able to give them a snack. They don't have empathy yet as a child because they're not at that mature level. The narcissist now turned that little toddler into a 40-year-old grown adult. And now they want a snack? They don't give a shit. They're not going to put themselves in your shoes and experience you. They're not going to give that perspective an open mind and look at you and go, well, you're busy, you're doing this, you can't do that. What? They don't care. They don't give a shit. Turn that little toddler into an adult. You've got a narcissist. They will rage at you. They will get mad. They will have a tantrum. But it's not going to be the same as a kid having a tantrum where they're just like slapping their legs or they're jumping up and down. No. They're going to yell and scream at you. They're going to insult you and weaponize your deepest, darkest things. All the shit that you said about yourself to give the narcissist some form of trust because you trusted in them and you felt vulnerable enough to share that maybe you're really insecure about this specific thing, they're going to weaponize that. When you tell them that your mom suffered depression, right, and you feel sad about something and they have a tantrum, they're going to go, well, you're just depressed because your mom's a depressed person. Oh, you're this, they're going to take all the shit you told them, your traumas, and they're going to blow it in your face. Off to sleep. Have a good night. Thank you so much for being here, Krista. Blow up my car because I wanted my own job money. Oh my God, I'm sorry. They use it to hurt you. They will do anything and everything to hurt you. They will have a tantrum, but the narcissist tantrum is that of an adult. An adult doing that. Turn that little toddler into a grown adult. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Last time he was expecting me arguing and he didn't. He was. Yes, have a good night. So, can they ever change? Really good question to end the live because I usually only stay on for an hour and I went over 11 minutes, but I don't mind. I want to talk about narcissists changing, okay? And before I go, I want you to know a couple things. Go to link in my bio. I would love to work with either of you one-on-one, anybody who is willing to be vulnerable and share a part of their story and ready to take this healing journey, ready to take this path where you can be in this place where you are indifferent, where you're no longer ruminating over the narcissist, okay, where you're no longer feeling like everything you have to ask, why did they do that, why? You don't have to do that once you get clarity. You don't have to do that when you're indifferent, when you no longer care about them because they are not the person that is going to fulfill your life. They're a person who's creating chaos in your life. And once you remove chaos, watch what happens. You become so free and self-expressed and filled with abundance. Filled with abundance, okay? They lock you down so that you don't have access to your personal power and abundance. And once you remove them and you become indifferent where you don't care about them at all, you don't hate them, you don't love them, you don't wish them well, you don't wish them bad. You just focus on you. That's yourself, exactly. You give yourself closure. When you get to that place, you monetize, you create the dreams, the hopes, the goals, all the things you want for yourself, that happens for you. I promise you, I can get you there. If you do want to book a one-on-one with me, you can. If you prefer being with a group setting, I do a monthly group coaching every single month. Okay, the next one that's coming up is December 18th. So right before Christmas, and we're going to be talking about toxic family members and friends during the Christmas season. So that one's going to be a really fun one. Group coaching is also in the link in my bio. And if you want to get yourself a Love is a Verb hat or a narc-free hat, right? Or a narc-free shirt or Rollercoaster of Love shirt, hoodie. I have all of these in the link in my bio, okay? If you want to write your story out and really start practicing self-love and self-care and start journaling, which is really important on this healing journey, go grab my healing journey journal, which is on Amazon, and it's also in the link in my bio. But last question of the night. Does a narcissist change? Can they change? What do you think? Are they capable of change? Put a yes or no in the chat. I want to know what you think. Love is the key. No, you don't think so, you don't think so. Nope. Elvira says yes. Do you want to know what I know? Do you want to know what I have to say? Maybe yes. This is the answer. Yes. The narcissist is capable of change. Yes. The answer is yes. Here's the better question. Do they want to change? Are they capable of change? Yes. Everyone is capable of change. Everyone can change. Does the narcissist want to change? The answer is no. Why do they not want to change? They don't want to because the shit they're doing is working for them. It works for them. Doesn't it? They call you every name in the book and you react and get mad and get angry and defensive. That works for them. They're going to keep doing that shit to you, right? They're going to lie to you, cheat on you, steal from you, abuse you. And we get hoovered back into their grips again, into the cycle of abuse, because we don't know we're with a narcissist and we don't know we're stuck in it, because we're trauma bonded to them. So we stay with them. That works for them. If they're going to keep cheating on you and we're going to keep on falling for it, for their lies, that works for them. If they're going to keep stealing from you and you're going to still keep giving to them because we people please, that works for them. Why would they want to change if everything they do feeds them and supplies their narcissistic behaviors? Why would they want to change? There's no reason for them to change. The only way people change is when they feel this pain, when they hit rock bottom, when there's nothing left for them to feed off of. Because yes, we all get supply off something. We all fill our buckets in one way, shape, or form. For a narcissist, it's abusing and treating other people with control and manipulation. If they can control and manipulate us, why would they want to change? The more we fight against them and the more we tell them they're hurting us, but we still are with them, of course they're going to keep doing the same shit they're doing over and over and over again. They don't want to change. They're capable of it, but they don't want to do it. And they are not aware they're narcissists, and that is a very scary thought. Okay? So, this is what I want to leave you with. You have this beautiful gift, this special light inside you that has been dimmed a little bit from the narcissist. It's kind of flickering. It's right there. It's ready to just burst. It's right there, okay? You have something the narcissist will never get. You have the willingness to change. You have self-awareness, and you have the ability to self-reflect. You're so welcome, Sarah. I want you to know that you have something really special that the narcissist doesn't have. Your vulnerabilities to the narcissist that made them want you and choose you and manipulate you, right? The reason why you were so vulnerable to catching somebody like that in your life, and I say catching because it's almost like catching a cold, like an infection, like a disease, like you just like got this like, you just caught this infection. The reason why you caught it and why you were particularly vulnerable is because of all the beautiful attributes and qualities and behaviors you have as a human being. You are responsible. You are generous. You have audacity, like not audacity, but you have this confidence in you, okay? You have something about you that shines so bright that the narcissist wants it. A lot of the times people who are with narcissists, is that your first gift and you sent it to me? Thank you. They are wanting you for this great exchange, I call it. You are at the prime of your life. A lot of times narcissists find you when you're at the top of your game at work. You've got an amazing support system. You've got a really good social network. You've got a real great group of friends. You're doing really well. And they find you and they mirror you and you think that you found someone that's up here with you. But really they're down here. They're lacking all of those qualities and want them in you. And over time, as they start to devalue you, it starts to shift. and they suck that out of you like a life drainer, like an emotional vampire, and suck you dry until by the end of your relationship, you're at the bottom. You're feeling like you're in the basement, and they've got all of your amazing qualities that they wore and put on like a mask. And you're down here like a shell of a human being, wondering who the fuck you are, looking in the mirror and not recognizing yourself anymore. And they think they can get away with taking all of your qualities and moving on to the next supply while you're down here healing. The difference is you have those things. These are the things that got you successful. These are the things that made you where you are today. These qualities exist in you. You didn't try them on and steal them from someone else. They're with you. They live in you. They're that little light that's glimmering that's saying, let me out, I'm back. Bring me back. Okay? They're faking it. You can bring yourself back. I will help you. Okay? There's a way to reinvent your self-worth and the love you have for yourself, be in practice of self-love, and bring those qualities back, and then be in a place where you can hone it and keep it and protect it. We don't need protection from we don't need the narcissist to protect us. They'll say that to us in the beginning. I'll protect you. And then they end up being the person we need protection from. No, we don't need that from the narcissist. We protect ourselves. And we protect our amazing qualities. If you've been with a narcissist, okay, and you want to date again and step out into the world again, there's a couple things that I can help you with. There is a webinar coming up on January 25th that I'm going to be a panelist for. It's called Dating Again. How to avoid heartbreak, not a narcissist, because we can't avoid narcissists, but how to avoid heartbreak after surviving a toxic breakup. This is a webinar that I'm going to be a panelist for. I would really love for you guys to be there. You can get tickets for it on the link in my bio, okay? And we can trust ourselves and have our toolbox filled with discernment, with vigilance, not hypervigilance, but vigilance, okay? Realizing that as soon as we spot one and they lie to us and they're not who they say they are, and we can see who they are, we can ditch them and block them, okay? We're going to teach you how to do that. But to answer your question, can a narcissist change? Yes. Do they want to change? No. Can we avoid narcissists? No. Will they always enter our lives? Yes. But maybe our picker is off, but we can hone in on the skills of our radar. Our radar will work. I'm going to make sure of it, that your radar works. So when you see and spot a narcissist in your life, you can say, bye-bye, and kick that motherfucker to the curb and block them, okay? Thank you guys for being here. If you're just tuning in, I am just going to end the live because I went a little bit over, hour and 23. I usually only go for 1 hour, but you guys were amazing today, and I love you all for being here. I am on all platforms, so if you do want to follow me on YouTube, I do have these lives recorded and put on YouTube, so you can watch them again. I have lives on YouTube. I also go live on Instagram. I do have an Instagram page, and I'm on Facebook too, so you can follow me on all platforms. I have a Facebook group called Rollercoaster of Love, Inc. that you can join. I think it's got about 600 members, and if anybody wants to join in your community, talk to other people that are surviving narcissistic abuse or have survived it and are healing from it, you can join that group and post and meet people. Oh, it's okay, you're leaving work, that's okay. Meet people that are in your community that you can help, because you never know if you're in a space of healing that you've just overcame and they're just starting. You could save someone's life just by being in this community or being in the community of healing. So check out the Facebook group. Check out the webinar, which is called Dating Again, How to Avoid Heartbreak, not a narcissist, but heartbreak after surviving a toxic relationship. Check out my journal on Amazon and some of the merch that I have created for this community, which is going to show your pride that you are narc free, Okay, so if you want to be narc free and you want to show your pride and you end up buying something from my shop, make sure you tag Rollercoaster of Love. I would love to see your gear and your content. I would love to see you healing out loud and sharing your stories and being in this space of power, because the narcissist thinks you're going to be weak. You're not. You're strong. The narcissist does not think you're going to be strong. You can proudly show that you're in a place of healing and that you've taken your power back. Okay, and lastly, if you want to join any of my group coaching sessions, I do them once a month. The next one that's coming out is December 18th. And I also do one-on-one coaching. So if you want to share with me your story and you want to help me give you some clarity in your life and get you on the healing path, on this trajectory where you are winning. Okay, the loser's losing, you're winning. You can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. Just go to book a one-on-one coaching and pick a date that works for you. I do 30 minutes and 60 minutes. Group coaching was awesome. It was today. So yes, if you do want to subscribe to the live, you have a little bit of time left before I leave. You can subscribe and you get a little love badge, okay? And also, I want to say something. The people who are in this community that have been following me for a while, that are here and they're thriving, I love you. I appreciate you. And I want you to know something. You are saving people's lives by being here. And I have another love badge coming up. John, hello, how's it going? Tuesday, we're still on, right? I want you to know something. You being here, putting your freedom date in the chat. By the way, here's your opportunity. If you have a freedom date, if you're free from the narcissist or you've gone no contact, put your freedom date in the chat. Let's celebrate and give some of the other people who are watching some inspiration and some motivation to leave the narcissist if they haven't left them yet. The people who are in here thriving and showing the rest of us and me as well every day what's possible for you in your life and for everyone else around you. You are saving people's lives by being here. 8 weeks no contact. That comment right there could save someone's life. And I don't say this lightly. October 23rd. That date right there can save someone. The reason why I say this so intensely is because you have no idea what someone might be going through right now, and all they needed to hear was that. They might be so stuck in a trauma bond and wondering if life even exists outside of their abusive prison. And seeing this here, October 13th, that could be someone's birthday. And that could be just the sign that takes them from being stuck in an abusive prison to making steps forward to their healing and freedom. And I always say this, and this is how I end it, okay? Every day on the side of freedom is so much sweeter. Every day. If you're not free yet from the narcissist, I want you to know every single day on the side of freedom is so much sweeter. Even your worst day is far better than the best day you ever had with that narcissist. I almost died of COVID last year. I was in the hospital. I was intubated. And I was in ICU for 18 days. And some of those days I thought I was going to lose my breath and my heart was going to stop. I was praying for code blue because I didn't want to feel the pain anymore. And I was yelling out in the crazy delusion, popped up on every drug, saying, what was I saying? I don't even remember now. It was life. Oh, fuck. Now I forget what I was saying, but it was really dark. It was really dark. I have no will left to live. That's what I said. I have no will left to live. I would say it over and over and over again. I have no will left to live. I said this. September 22nd to September 2nd to September 22nd. No, September 4th I was admitted. September 4th to September 22nd. I was in the hospital, okay? those days in the hospital was better than my wedding day. Okay? That's proof. Your worst day on the side of freedom will still be far better than the best day you ever had with that narcissist. I promise you, okay? I promise you. What you're going through is temporary. This shit does not last forever. And I will be here with you every step of the way. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Until next time, have a good night.